Hello, welcome back to the iFox with Juice podcast. Just a disclaimer here, this isn't a usual podcast. We did not record during the week. We had some scheduling difficulties, so we apologize for that. But we figured to give you guys a sort of bonus / half episode. And since UFC Wichita just wrapped up, we figured we'd talk about that. So this is going to be very random. It's not going to have any real format. We're just going to talk about some of the fights that caught our attention that we liked. And we'll probably just shoot the shit after that. So that's what you can expect from the show. So going on, as always, I'm your host, Juice. And I'm here, as always, with my co-host, Reen. What's going on, Reen?
I'm looking at Tim Means.
Stop.
Photo. Well, no,
Stop.
it's not that one. It's the one with him, like, with the thumbs up sign in his wheelchair. I wonder if they gave him anything, though. Like, goddamn.
Like crystal meth?
Oh, Lord.
Like back in his good days, free fighting?
Oh, man. Dude, he's a tough guy if he's not on anything. Like, he's smiling, giving the thumbs up. But that close-up of that photo is just so disturbing. I thought I was going to throw up. Yeah,
full disclosure, I'm like 4 drinks in right now, so you're hearing drunk Juice as if it's probably not already apparent. But I'm quite positive that Tim Means feels better than I do right now because he's probably hopped up on all kinds of good shit. I'm not the narcotics type, I'm the booze type, but yeah, I think you have a good point there.
God damn, that was so brutal, man.
We'll get to that in a minute, but I figured we'd kind of go from the bottom up. To be honest, this card was so-so. It was about half decisions, half finishes. Most of the decisions were pretty meh. But one of the first finishes of the night was Max Schnell and Louis Smolka, which should have been a flyweight fight, but they both went up. I wonder why. But I was really looking forward to this fight. I'd kind of forgot about Max Schnell, and I've been a Louis Smolka fan for a good while. He'd just come back a few months ago. He said he'd been having some issues with alcohol. There's another one here, drinking as I'm doing this podcast. But I respect that. I respect anyone that could get sober, and that's very big of him to say that he had a problem. But he got submitted, and it was very crafty and very slick. And I was a little bit gutted for him because I am a Louis Smolka fan, but Max Schnell did a great job. I think this is around the time that you walked in, Reen, right? Because you had missed a few of the fights. What did you think of this one?
That was a beautiful transition. Like, his groundwork was great. And of course, I was going for Schnell because every time I see the CSA coaches in the corner, I just get excited. I don't know what it is about them. I'm like, hey, it's NorCal up in the house.
Have you ever trained there or been there? Or
I always wanted to go there. I paid for a coach to go down there and train with them. They have like a coaches clinic every year, and every time I see like the lineup, I'm like, damn, they got some legends coming by the gym training and shit. So yeah, but one day I will.
How far is that from your house? Because I basically only know San Francisco, Oakland, Berkeley, and that's basically it.
Like 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Not too far. It's like going to the Bay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little bit south. They're like a little bit south of San Francisco and all that, right? Is it Hayward?
No, Pleasanton.
Pleasanton. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Dublin. They're more in like Dublin, but Pleasanton is like the next. Yeah. I think people know more about Pleasanton, that area, more than Dublin. But yeah, it's all Dublin where they're really at.
Yeah. But Schnell, man, yeah, you're right. That transition, because it was one of those things that almost looked amateurish. I was like, oh yeah, he's went for the guillotine. Oh yeah, he's gonna tire his arms out, and Smoke is gonna get on top of him and beat him up. But he was committed to that guillotine, and the minute it went out, he's like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna get you with something else. And Smoke probably in anger or frustration went with that ground and pound, and like that, just Triangle City, man. It was amazing. And Smoke is not a guy to tap easily, so to do that super impressive.
Yep, quick finish. Didn't take much damage. Yeah, it was nice, man. Beautiful groundwork.
Yeah, for sure. So props to Chanel. Like I said, although I'm a Smoker fan, I will give him that credit because it's not easy to take that guy out, and he made it look pretty easy, to be pretty honest. So good for him. Few fights in between there, nothing that impressive. But I wanted to talk about the Yana Kunitskaya Marion Renault fight. Specifically, Yana Kunitskaya's nose. Man, I'm trying to think of a worse nose break in women's MMA. And the only one that I can think of that comes close is Miesha Tate when she fought Zingano. And I don't know if that was fully broken. I mean, she did take some knees straight to the fucking beak. But Yana's nose was like split in half, man. It was like diagonal. And but she won the fight, so at least there's I don't know if you could call it a consolation prize. I mean, she won the main prize.
I'm like laughing. I'm laughing because I saw a tweet during that fight or afterwards or something. Somebody tweeted like Yana's smelling her shoulder right now.
Wow.
Yeah, because her nose is so crooked. I was like, oh no, I know I should be laughing, but it was funny.
Wow. Whoever did that, props to you. You're a fucking dick, but I give props to you. Hey, equal rights, right? You can't just not make fun of women because they get broken noses too sometimes.
Yeah.
But that was a bad one. A man or woman, that was bad.
Dude.
That was bad. And as I said, props to Marion Renault. I know she lost. It was a close fight. Definitely won that last round. I guess I wouldn't have been mad at a draw because she beat the shit out of her. Could have been a 10-8. And these were the new rules. But she's living up to the moniker that I've always given her. She's the baddest mom in MMA, man. I've always been scared of that chick since I've seen her. Like, if she was your mom, damn right, you'd be, scared to death of her. She just looks like she has that thing in her voice and that look like she's just going to scare the shit out of you, man. So props to her at her age, still doing the thing. Even if she's losing, she's looking very good. But Yana, I guess she moves forward, but I don't know. What's next for her because she's a former Invicta champ. She lost to Cyborg. She hasn't looked that impressive. I don't know if she's just going to need so many more fights, even at bantamweight, to become relevant.
Dude, she took a lot of damage and she looks worse now because it's starting to swell and everything and it's settled. So, god damn.
Oh, man, if she posts pictures tomorrow, she's going to have those 2 black eyes. It's going to look like she fell down a flight of fucking stairs and shit.
Damn, dude, poor girl. She's going to have to, fly back home with that face, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to look for this right now because I had retweeted it. I believe it was Ben Folks who had a great tweet about that. I'm looking right now. Yeah, he put, imagine Yana Kunitskaya flying home tomorrow looking like this, with a picture of her nose all sideways, looking like this and trying to convince the person in the seat next to her that, yes, she actually won a fight this weekend. I saw that and I quoted it. You should have seen the other. Oh, wait, because Renault was flawless. She didn't even have a scratch on her, even though she lost.
Yeah, damn, man. And yeah, throughout the fight, too, Mary was getting blood all over her. And damn, that was brutal, but close fight.
Could you imagine if that was in the first round? She was doing good. All things considered, it wasn't the most entertaining fight, but she was doing good. But there's no way you have the stamina to keep up because you literally can't breathe.
Oh hell no! It would have been like a Rory McDonald, Robbie Lawler fight. She would have probably collapsed like Rory did because how can you take more damage?
Yeah, that was pretty bad. And honestly, I feel fine saying that this was worse than Rory's because I don't think Rory's was, at least aesthetically speaking, it didn't look this bad. I'm sure it was. We know for a fact it was broken, but he didn't look like a Picasso painting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So bad. Dude.
Yeah, I want to say poor Yana, but at the same time she won. So take the L, just take the W, girl, and hope you have a good flight home because it's not going to be pretty.
Is she still training at Jackson's or where is she
training
these days?
I believe I tweeted that last time, and no, she's not. I think Ashley Evans Smith was her last fight, and no, I think I saw Ray Seffel in her corner, and if that's the case, I believe she's at Syndicate. Which is a really good gym for women. Modafferi's there, Calderwood's there. I believe Jessie Jess is there. Oh. It seems like more and more women are going. Sarah Kaufman, I believe, was there for a time. I don't know if she still is. Who, by the way, I don't know. We'll probably talk about this later. Just make a note of this. So Sarah Kaufman's signed to the PFL. She's going to fight at 155 against Kayla Harrison, which is a good segue because the next fight was Kayla Harrison's boyfriend, Anthony Rocco Martin, beat Sergio Moraes. Sergio Moraes can't strike and couldn't take him down. I tweeted that Anthony better win because Kayla's going to beat his ass. And I don't mean this to say that Kayla's a mean person or that she's a spouse abuser, but she just, quite honestly, I'd be more scared of Kayla than I would of Moraes because that's a big girl and yeah, she'll break your arm in a quickie.
Dude, she's thick, right? She's thicker than him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. Actually, know what I'm looking? Is he Oh, no, he's a welterweight. Oh, so he's a bit bigger than her. Not by much. I really wonder sometimes how much Kayla cuts because 155 is pretty big for women in general. But she's so thick where you're like, yeah, she may weigh like 180. You really don't know.
Yeah, I wonder who takes out the trash. Just kidding.
Not her. Not her.
Not her.
All respect to Martin, man. You're a good fighter and you did good tonight, but you don't want to fuck with Kayla, man. People talk about Cyborg and Gabby Garcia. Nah, fuck that. Kayla. That chick's legit. People used to talk about Ronda's judo. We're going to talk about her later, too. People talk about Ronda's judo. Man, she was an actual gold medalist. She succeeded where Ronda failed twice, basically, because she was a bronze medalist.
She's an actual.
Yeah.
Just the way you said it.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry. I don't really care.
It's true, but
I have a bit of, I'll be honest, I have a bit of a soft spot for Ronda in some weird way because it was the first UFC fight I ever saw was her and Zingano. And I know for a fact that's why I have such a big spot in my heart for Zingano, a little bit because of that fight. Being the smartest woman in the world and just jumping at Ronda just really just captured my heart. But yeah, I was at the Staples Center when everybody in the audience was cheering for her as opposed to laughing at her and saying you deserve it as she's getting Kendall stick to death by Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, SoCal people, man. SoCal people.
I love them, except for the transplants. For some reason, I do agree with Ronda on something. So again, I have a soft spot for her in a weird way.
See, Ronda, I never really liked her when she was in the UFC because of her bad attitude. But now that she's in the WWE and she's, I guess, heel turn, whatever you want to call it, she's being real. I dig her. I'm like, this is her, because I hated it when she was faking it when she started with the WWE. This whole like women's evolution shit. Like, let's be real, you're not really there for all that. You're there for yourself. But yeah, we'll talk more about that later.
No, you know what? Fuck that. We've gone off the rails already. We're just gonna. I got the list in front of me. We'll go on with some of the fights right now, but no, let's keep it going. To go on the whole transfer, and I'll talk on your point right now too. But to go with the whole transplant thing, like it's funny because I'll be honest, I don't live in LA, in quote unquote. I don't live in downtown. I don't live in Hollywood. I don't live in any of the big city areas. I live in a part where there's a lot of people that look like me. That's Mexican. But I've been in LA enough, and part of me hates it because of just, what people say, that fake aura, those attitudes of people only talk to you if you know somebody. They always want to know somebody type thing. So I get where Ronda's coming from because that is a lot of the city. It's just not a lot of people I associate with because that's things that I run into when I'm going out, not really in my day-to-day life. Frankly, I'd go crazy if that was my day-to-day life. So I get where she's coming from. And it's so evident here about what she said about the sports teams, about, the Lakers lose and they go for the other team, blah, blah, blah. It was so evident here because for the longest amount of time, we didn't have a football team. And then I realized, I'm like, wait, you like the Cowboys? You like the Packers? You like and I don't like football. I don't really care. But I was like, why are these people into these teams? And then I realized 99% of the time, the reason that people like this is that either that was their original hometown or that was the hometown of their parents. So that's when I realized, like, I can't relate because I never had a team because all I know is LA. But to most people, it's like, I'll just go from where I'm originally from. That's no big deal. Maybe that's the reason we didn't get an NFL team for the longest. It's like, fuck it. They don't have any loyalty anyway. So she was technically right.
Yeah, her epic rant. It was great.
See, that's something you don't really have to deal with, because, I guess maybe if you were in San Francisco, it'd be different because that's the whole tech bubble and people are moving into get tech jobs and rents fucking $4,000 a month for a goddamn apartment and shit. It's a different thing. But it's like if you're living there, like I'd understand. But it seems like Sacramento's kind of like a close knit place. Like a lot of people that grew up that are from there probably grew up there most likely.
Yeah, some of the people in the old neighborhood never left. Like never left. At least I did and came back because my family's still here. But people like just never left, man. I'm like, God damn, did you guys go live a life or something? Like, go do something.
Yeah, see, and I think most people in this country grow up in a place where they're like, I need to get the fuck out of here. I need to do something. Whereas me, I'm like, oh yeah, you just got here last month, right? Like, everyone's like, oh yeah, you're not from here, which is kind of cool in a way because like everyone has a story. It's not like I know everybody in my life is like somebody I know from high school when I grew up in a small town. So like I get where people are coming from in a weird way, but it's just annoying that it's. In a way, she's saying the truth, and it's kind of taboo to talk about because it's like there's no such thing as a native Angelino, but I'm one of the rare ones. So, and Rhonda, in a way, is kind of one of those people too. So I have some weird respect for her for that. But the memes that came out of this is fucking epic. And Rhonda, if you ain't laughing, you're a piece of shit because these shits are hilarious.
I mean, I thought that was bad. Like, not bad. I appreciate that rant. That was just being her. But yeah, it was bad. The shit that came after is fucking awesome. I don't know if y'all seen all the little like memes and the captions and her face, her hair getting braided or whatever, but it's fucking funny as fuck. And she was like trending again. So she's obviously doing something right from a marketing standpoint. So. And
Rhonda, I really hope that you are laughing at this because the last time you were trending and the last time you were a meme is when Holly knocked your fucking head off. So I think this is better that there's just a snapshot of you talking shit to a camera instead of you dead in the octagon around 56,000 crazy Australians.
Oh man, I gotta bring up bullshit. You know what? People have been doing that too. They keep on like using like Holly Holm gifs or like Amanda Nunes gifs, and I'm like, dude,
because it's triggering to her.
That's fighting though. I mean,
but that's not her reality. As I've said, and I don't know if I've ever said this like out loud, or even on Twitter too much, but I'm sorry, I might piss some people off here because I know what a idol Rhonda's mother is to some people, but let's be honest here. Her mother didn't really teach her how to lose. And that's big. You need to teach people how to lose. I know she was trying to build a soldier and trying to get like this total winner who won't accept anything less than perfection, but that's not fucking reality, homegirl. When you don't teach people humility and that this is a possibility that you're going to lose, you end up with somebody like Rhonda who can't talk to the fucking press because they think they made fun of her, even though all they were saying was things like, yeah, she really can't box, and yeah, maybe she should switch trainers. To her, that was like the biggest dishonor. That was like making fun of her family because she considers Edmund Taverdian of all people family.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but what triggered all this is a picture that Becky Lynch sent out with Travis's face. Yeah, that looked like a penis, right? And basically making fun of Travis and, poking fun at Rhonda. Yeah, that triggered her. And of course, that's her husband. So, yeah, she's going to be pissed off.
Yeah, I get it was kind of touchy. Maybe she shouldn't have gone there. But come on, that's also Lynch's. And I don't even know shit about WWE, but I know enough to say that Lynch is kind of like the bad girl, quote unquote. So I know she'd probably go there.
Yeah, so... yeah, that pissed her off, and I don't know if you guys watched that match or whatever happened on Monday, because she went in there, she's like, fuck this. What'd she say? Screw the woo, damn the man, and started attacking people, and yeah, that looked like she was really attacking Becky. Like, she was giving her some jabs there, and like she threw her down on the mat and started beating her up some more, and she left the ring, then she came back, started beating her up some more, and...
oh, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I went down a rabbit hole of this because I'm like, isn't this crazy? And I started like doing like deep cover and journalism and shit. I'm like, what's going on? I really need to know what's happening. And then I started thinking like, oh, WWE exclusive. Ronda came back after the beating to give Becky Lynch more. I'm like, you kidding me?
Yep.
So this is when technically the cameras were supposed to be off. This didn't even air. But she's like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. It's amazing.
Yeah, so it's some good shit, man. Whatever's happening, if it's fake or if it's not, if it's semi or they're running with this, like it's fucking entertaining to me. It's
Shout
so
out.
funny.
Shout outs to Just Bleed MMA and Fukalo. You motherfuckers always talking about wrestling. I think part of you getting me into this shit now too. And plus having a co-host who's into this as well. I might just get back into this shit, man. Fuck all you guys.
Right now is a fun time.
Yeah. You know what? For, all bullshit aside, I am glad. I can even say I'm proud to see women having this role because I did watch WWE when I was younger, and women were nothing more but like sexy side pieces, to be honest. Trish Stratus and Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler. They were just like, oh yeah, you guys want to see some hot chicks? So here you go. And I didn't care too much about how they fought or wrestled or whatever you want to say. It was just like, oh, they're hot and they're showing their titties. So that's all you want to see. But now it's way more than that. I can get props. And also, Nia Jax, if you're listening, holler at me.
Isn't she from Oceanside? I think she's from Oceanside. She's from down there, man.
I don't know. I thought she was from Hawaii somewhere.
No, she went to school there. She went to school in Oceanside, I think.
I love Oceanside too. That's one of my favorite unknown cities in California. Man, I need to make a stop down there.
Go to her high school. I think she played like volleyball or something.
Oh, of course she did. I'm sure she played softball too.
That's your girl.
Yeah, don't listen to Nia Jax. I don't have a chance with you now for making fun of you. But I do love you to death, even though I've never seen you wrestle. I just know you punch some girls randomly.
She punched Becky in the face for real.
Oh yeah, that chick. Yeah, she punched her.
You're all that chick.
Yeah, I'll go with me. But anyway, break from wrestling and just random bullshit. As I said, there's not a real format to this show, you guys, but we'll go back into some of the fights. Basically, we're going in the main card now. Omari Akhmedov versus Tim Boesch. You see this one, Reen? I'm pretty sure Tim Boesch had a broken nose in this one, too.
Yeah, I saw it.
He did. He got a straight right hand in the second round, and then in the third round, he got cuts below his eyes, too. It was a very, slow, methodical beatdown, but it was a pretty violent beatdown at the same time.
Yeah, I was cracking up because I was trying to follow Twitter at the same time, and somebody tweeted out, "You get a broken nose. You get a broken nose." I'm cracking up. Man.
I didn't catch that one. That's funny.
Yeah, I was I think I was paying attention to Twitter more than really the fights because I think I was waiting for the main event more than anything. So
some of the fights were kind of slow, and this was no exception. Akhmedov, it was good. I mean, it was violent when it was violent, but there was a lot of downtime in there, so I don't blame you. Next one was a little bit faster and a little bit more intense. Dariush and Dober. Dober put a whooping on Dariush in the first round. That could have been a 10-8 as well. He almost dropped him a few times. He really rocked him. And then in the second round, Dariush was like, oh, yeah, I can wrestle. And I'm like a legit jiu-jitsu black belt, so let me take this fucker down. And as soon as he did, he just went to work. And, we talked about Matt Schnell's transition from the guillotine to the triangle, but Dariush pulled Anderson Silva. It reminded me so much of Anderson versus Chael. The first one, he went from a triangle and he almost did it with the intention of Dober to pull out of it. And as soon as he was pulling out of it, he just cranked on the arm and, he ended up submitting to an arm bar. But man, beautiful, beautiful stuff.
That was wicked. I was wondering when he was going to tap. I was like, fuck.
I mean, if you saw it in slow motion too, I mean, I hope he's not hurt, but if you saw it, you saw the arm, you saw the elbow bending back, it's like, yeah, man, you wait another second and you're going to look at Miesha Tate, you know what I'm saying? The L-shaped elbow back in the day with Ronda.
Yeah, that was a good fight though.
I feel so bad and I love Dariush. I really do. And his post-fight speech, man, he's such a graceful guy. He's like I want to meet him. He looks so nice and so genuinely classy and just like a true gentleman. It doesn't seem like there's a bad thing that can be said about him or a bad deed he would do. But I still felt really bad for Dober. Man, he was doing so good. And Dober's never really been thought of like a top 10, top 15 guy, and Dariush was already there and it looked like he had it. But you can't fuck with Dariush on the floor, man. I mean, I don't know if people know this, or if they do, they probably forget. Dariush would teach Verdum things on the floor. Like, Dariush could go, Dariush could compete with Verdum on the floor. That's how high level he is. So this is no slouch, man. And like, that's why I'm still to this day, as much as people like to talk shit about Michael Chiesa, I give him so much respect because he submitted Dariush, like legit. That's not an easy thing to do, man. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves for his grappling prowess. So I feel bad for Dober, but if you leave your limbs out there for Dariush, she's gonna take them, man.
Yeah, that was fun. For show. Why were people like making fun of Dober's like walkout song?
Oh, this is how we do it?
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm from LA. That shit gets the party started, man. That's the jam right there. Don't talk shit about that song. And I don't give a shit if he is a white boy from Colorado. He could come out to it. I got no problem with it, man. That shit was cool.
Dude, they still played out there?
I certainly hope so. I don't go to too many parties now, but man, that song's the shit. I don't care who you are. That was a bit before my time, but I'll still rock it.
Huh. I saw Montel Jordan way back.
You saw him live?
Yeah.
Damn.
And Okinawa, actually, back in the day when he first was coming up. So
wow.
It's that old for me.
Well, there is a age discrepancy between us two, Reen, but yeah, that's...
Shut your face.
We won't get into specifics, but that's really cool because, truth be told, we've talked about this off there, but you and I have kind of similar music tastes because I grew up very fast in a way because I was listening to music at like 9 years old when most people weren't. So the things that most people listen to at 13, 14, 15, I was listening at 9. So I kind of grew up quick. My first albums that I grew up listening to were Eminem and Korn and like Limp Bizkit and shit. So that goes to show how old I am as far as my music taste goes. So
yeah. So if I threw out why I started listening to the rap, then I think people would know how old I am. Who I started listening to. And yeah,
probably. Yeah. But regardless of who it is, I guarantee you I listen to them as well. So, but that's just because I don't want to listen to just one thing.
Yeah, I'll just say it, man. My Chronic CD got chucked out the window by my dad. He like threw it out the window like a goddamn frisbee and shit.
Because it was like the devil's music.
He didn't like the cover. He didn't like what was on it. Big old pot leaf on it.
The fucking hippie lettuce.
Yep. So, but NWA is what got me in rap. Nice. Yep.
See, that's my hometown. Yep. Well, not Compton, but LA, so close enough.
Yep, and I'm a huge fan of Ice-T, another guy that got me into it too. So, yeah, that's how it all started.
There you go. Little personal stuff about Reen and I. So this is what I don't know. I know we're not even done with this episode yet, but I'm already liking this. We might throw some random ones in there for you guys here and there. I'm already liking the vibe of this. But get back into some more MMA stuff. Blagoy Ivanov versus Ben Rothwell. Ivanov won a decision that nobody seems to agree with. I frankly didn't care because Ben Rothwell stands straight up, walks towards opponents, has no head movement, footwork, and walks with his hands down and somehow never gets knocked out. So I'm okay with him losing to this tough-ass, was he Belarusian? I forget where he's from. Bulgaria or Belarus? It's one of the two. And it is Bulgaria. So I know a guy from Bulgaria. So
I didn't realize he was out that long, though. 3 years?
Ben Rothwell, yeah, it'd been a while. What was the last one? I think it was Barnett. Let me just check. He lost. He lost to Dos Santos. He lost to Dos Santos in April 2016.
Damn, man, because he had the USADA suspension, and then would you say he was injured or something?
Yeah, I think a good part of it was injury. I forget what it was. It might have been multiple injuries, but he'd had all kinds of issues.
Damn, dude, that was crazy though. He was asking for like a kick in the dick, like what?
Oh, yeah, that fucking tweet. I didn't see it when it happened live. I was like, wait, did he really? Yeah.
I was gonna tweet like, is he wearing a diamond cup? Like, is that why he's asking for that? Like, why?
You know what? I hope he was wearing a Thai steel cup because in that case he would have broken homeboy's foot. In that case, it might have worked to your advantage.
Oh God.
Yeah, because that happens all the time. But I don't know how many people wear those nowadays. But I still can't get over the music he walked out to. Even though I've walked out to some crazy Bulgarian, like, I don't even know what I call it, but that shit was scary sounding. It sounded like something out of like the Gladiator soundtrack. But Ben Rothwell walked out to like I said it sounded like Super Troopers, like the Super Troopers movie, like that German techno. That's exactly what it sounded like. The last thing I ever expected him to walk out to. Rothwell's a weird motherfucker.
He's an odd bird, man.
I can't get over this, and this is a thing that not a lot of people saw. Nobody listening is gonna know what I'm talking about right now. But when he was in like his little streak, and he, I think it was like after he submitted Barnett, he did this video of him like playing chess. He was wearing like, it looked like a Darth Vader, like a hoodie, like a Sith Lord, like a black robe, and he was playing chess with like a cat. It was just like yeah, he posted this on Twitter. It was like a little 15-20 second video of him like moving a chess piece in this black robe with a hoodie and like with a cat like on his lap. Yeah.
What? Okay.
He is a weird motherfucker, man. And I don't care if this is just an act or whatever. Who the hell even thinks of some shit like that?
Oh, okay. Odd bird, man.
Yeah, Rothwell's not our there. Odd bird. And speaking of birds, Dirty Bird, Tim Means, as we opened the show with, he got fucked up, son. And he was doing real good. He was doing real good, but much like when you do crystal meth for many days, eventually you're just gonna come down. And he, unfortunately for him, he came down on that fucking ankle of his, man. Jesus Christ! Not that I know anything about smoking crystal meth, but I know people.
So we're talking off there about it, and I was like, yeah, it's got to be worse than like Anderson Silva's break.
And I disagreed with you because I'm like, well, come on, Anderson's shin broke in half, but you brought up a good point of that. At least Anderson didn't get knocked out.
Yep, he got some brain damage. I guess got brain damage and a fucking like broken ankle, man. Ugh.
I guess as a counterpoint, I'll say to you though, I'd still agree with you, but as a counterpoint to that, I think Anderson Silva could have wanted some of that brain damage because he probably wouldn't have felt the agonizing pain that he did of breaking his leg in half. Tim Means didn't really feel that shit till he woke up, so I don't know if that's any better or worse to wake up to a broken ankle, but at least he didn't feel it in the moment.
Yeah, true, but who knows, man? Oh my God, I still can't. I can't look at that picture again. I can't.
Yeah. And for anybody listening who hasn't seen it, don't. If you're a nurse or a doctor or you're just a sick motherfucker who's, salivates at the thought of the new serial killer documentaries coming out, then you go ahead. You do your crazy ass self. But if you're a somewhat rational, normal person, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Especially if you just got done eating. Don't look at it, man. It's not good. Just take our word for it. It's bad. It's bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Okay. Hopefully they gave him a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. I was convinced him and Price were going to take away Fight of the Night, but unfortunately for Means, Price got a performance of the night. Dariush got the other performance of the night, who we were just talking about. Fight of the Night ended up going to the main event, which we'll talk about shortly. So, fortunately, he didn't get that money. Hopefully, when you get injured during a UFC fight, they cover all the bills. So, luckily, that means that he doesn't have to cover the medical bill for this one. But that's also life in America. We got to pay for our fucking medical bills. So, yeah, shit happens. But moving on, co-main event. I'm still trying to get this guy's name right. Elizu Zaleski dos Santos. I believe that's right, for Curtis Millender. I've been really high on Curtis Millender. I've said for a while now he reminds me a lot, especially that he's at welterweight. It reminds me of welterweight Rumble Johnson because he's so big and he hits hard and he strikes like him. He just doesn't have that like one punch, that touch of death power. He's not really a one hitter quitter like that, but he has a very similar style to him. I knew this wasn't going to be an easy fight. I thought it'd be a war. I didn't expect Zaleski to just take him down and make quick work of him. He's not just a striker, apparently. He submitted him in one round. Tough for Curtis Millender, man. He's had a lot of hype going behind him, but I'm all behind Zaleski now. I liked him before, but much like the other guy I want him to fight, I was like, he's good, but how good is he? Now I want to see him and Luque. It sucks because they've been on such big win streaks, but man, they're both crazy Brazilian shit-eating wild men, and I just want to see him go at it, man. I want to know who's the crazier motherfucker of the two.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be a good one.
Because, I mean, all Zaleski does is spinning hook kicks and shit. And Luque's got one punch power, probably the nastiest power in that division. And as we saw just in the Barberena fight, he can survive a war. So he's got a fucking chin on him, too.
Yeah.
But Zaleski's ground game, I mean, I know Luque's got a ground game, too, but I don't think he could fuck with Zaleski on the ground. I don't think they'll give it to us because they've both been on big win streaks. I think they're going to get some of the higher ranked guys. They might get a Till, a Masvidal, a Lawler. I don't know if Maya's still fighting, but they might give him like a guy like Maya or Ponzinibbio. I'm all for that too, but I just really want to see the two Brazilians go at it. I think that'll be so fun. And then from there, we can give them Ben Askren or whoever the fuck is in the top 5 because there's so many guys up there now, so many people that Usman can fight. Now that we got a new champion, it's going to be real interesting.
Man, that was a quick finish for Dos Santos, though. God damn. Nice transition. And then he gave us a little dance at the end, too, which was cool. He didn't break anything, thank God. or pull anything or dislocate his goddamn shoulder.
Johnny Walker is a gift for all the good and bad reasons. Don't take anything away from him, Reen.
Yeah, true that. Totally entertaining.
Yeah. That's what he was put here to do, man. I know guys like Rampage, they were like, man, I'm an entertainer. I'm just here to entertain. Like, nah, man, you're not as entertaining as Johnny Walker. That dude was here to entertain.
Yeah.
Regardless of what he was going to do.
He's going to entertain you somehow.
I love Mickey Mouse. I will never understand that, but goddamn it was amazing.
Good job. So what's up with him next? Because, okay, I know we're about to talk about the main event, but, like, they announced Gus and Smith already. Like, he's already going to fight. Smith is already going to fight. So what's going to be next for Walker?
I don't know, and maybe his injury is worse than we thought or worse than he thought. Or maybe the UFC just doesn't feel confident to book him in something big right now, either because of his potential or either because they're not sure how he's going to heal up. But I'll be frank, I don't like this fight between Smith and Gustafsson. I think it's kind of short-sighted, and I don't think it accomplishes much. If either of them win, what does it do? They can't rematch Jones, especially not Gus.
Yeah, that one makes sense.
Smith, if, somebody drops out and there's just some weird circumstances, I can kind of see him doing it. And at least you can say, well, he survived against John Jones and he took that illegal knee. It was a knee. He took that illegal knee and he might want revenge. You could build a story with that. But Gus, it's like, it's over. There's nothing there. That's why I wanted to see Johnny Walker, because it's like, well, if Gus wins, well, good for him. It's a good name. And if Walker wins, well, he's for sure next. Now it's like, well, what does this do? You're just going to fight someone else. And then what? What if they beat them? And it's like, you're basically just stalling the division out in a weird way because you're booking out two of the biggest guys and it's against nobody that can build a name off of them.
Yeah, it's so crazy, man. It's crazy with the heavyweight division too.
Yeah, it's a little wide open. Yeah, we're going to get into that right now. Well, we should just do that right now. So yeah, Lewis and Dos Santos. It was interesting. It was a war in as little words as possible. They threw big bombs. Derek Lewis got kicked in the guts, which is always awesome because he reacts the way any of us would react if we got kicked in the guts by Junior Dos Santos. But he looked to be coming back, but then the second round came and he just got his ass beat. Took a spinning back kick to the gut and then a right hand, and it was all over. The saddest part about it is no Derek Lewis post-fight interview. Good for Dos Santos, but that always makes us sad.
Yeah. I mean, at least we got a little something from him when he got that eye poke. He took Herb's, sleeve, his shirt, and, rubbed his eye. He just grabbed his shirt and, rubbed his eye. Yeah, my eye's messed up. I got eye poke.
Derek Lewis?
Yeah. Did you not see that part?
I think I missed it. I remember an eye poke of some sort, but I forgot who it was or how long it was or what happened.
Yeah, he grabbed his sleeve and was rubbing his eye. I'm like, oh my God, that's so fucking brilliant. That's just Derek Lewis, man. He gave us a little something,
That seems a little hazardous. Have long sleeves. He was reffing things before. What if he got blood on it or something? Or
right, sweat, something going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, when they were battling in the cage and he ran into the cage, his back he ran into the cage. I was like, fuck, that he's so big, man. Is that cage gonna like come crashing down?
I will say, I saw that, speaking of how we were talking about Ronda earlier, that 184 card, Derek Lewis fought on that card. This is before anyone really knew who he was, but I saw him, and he did his patented that slam on the cage when he punches his fist into the cage. And I was not near the cage at all. I was like borderline cheap seats. I was like a row or two below the cheap seats. And I heard it loud and clear. I was like, damn, that's how hard that guy hits. Like, you hear it throughout the arena. Yeah, that's a big guy, man. He hits fucking hard. And craziest thing to me is after he got hit in the guts in the first round, he bent over, like basically about to give up. And Junior Dos Santos was about to like soccer kick him in the face, like just punt him. And as soon as he tried, Derek Lewis came up with a right hand and almost knocked his fucking head off. It was very tense, but yeah, I mean, Dos Santos still got it, man. I know people don't want to give him that credit, but he still got it. I mean, there's not many people left in his way for him to get to the top now.
No. But, Derek Lewis, he looked really good. I thought he was moving a lot better this time around.
You think so?
He's just, like, jumping up, like, trying to do, like, a flying knee.
He always does that, those jumping switch kicks.
But he kept on, like, moving. Like, it seemed like his cardio was better. To me, it just seemed like he was doing a lot better with his movement. Because I don't think he wanted to get kicked in the leg as much, maybe, too.
That's the other thing, is after he got kicked in the guts, Dos Santos, to me, I think did the smart thing and kicked him in the leg. Just like, well, if I hit you in the face, you're probably going to get mad. So he kicked him in the leg, getting one of those low calf kicks. And as he was grabbing his guts bent over, he also got his left arm and started rubbing his left leg after he just got calf kicked. Derek Lewis is not one to take punishment to the legs or stomach, but man, it's hilarious to watch.
I know, man. I was like, does he need to go shit again? Is that why?
Oh yeah, the Travis Brown fight.
Yeah,
people forget about that one because all they think about is my balls was hot or where Ronda Rousey's finance at. But yeah, he did say he was going to shit himself in the Travis Brown fight because he kicked him in the stomach.
Yeah, so I thought it was maybe something like that again. Like maybe he's like backed up or something. I'm like, because when you're backed up and it's kind of hard, like it hurts, man. Right?
That Texas barbecue, man.
So I was just hoping it was something like that, but no, he really got hurt. So it's sad. Like you, I wanted to hear a speech. Yeah, I wanted to hear something again.
It reminded me a lot of the Mark Hunt fight. Dos Santos was just a little bit tougher, a little bit smarter, and edged it out. And then when he saw him wilting, he just went for it. Smart move. Yeah. I thought Volkov was a smart fighter, but he needed 15 seconds to keep it up, and he couldn't. So, props to Dos Santos, man. It's not easy. As easy as it does look, it's not easy.
Right? Because you just never know. You might get deaded by Derek Lewis. It just takes one.
Because even a guy like Rumble, like even in his prime, he knocked people dead, but it was usually in the first round, sometimes second. But it's like you knew if he was in the third round, you'd be fine. Even Phil Davis, who went to decision with him, it's like he kind of just stopped engaging and was like, I'll be okay. I'm not going to get knocked out this time. With Lewis, it's like you could be winning every second of every round and you can still come back. So, yeah, props to Dos Santos because, like I said, he was about to punt him and he almost got knocked out. But he didn't. Good for him.
Crazy, man. So wonder what's up. What's going to be next for Junior?
I see a lot of people saying Ngannou. And I want to say that Ngannou's earned his shot back. In my heart of hearts, I wish he'd he'd run it back with Stipe. Not because I was rooting for Ngannou and I want to see him avenge that loss or something, but it's like we still don't know shit. So we can see the exact same fight against Stipe would just out-jab him and take him down, and then it's like, okay, Ngannou was all hype and he's never going to be able to do anything the rest, or he can fucking dead him in 30 seconds and then that's that, Like, I still want to know some things. But with Junior, there's really not much left. I mean, Curtis Blades just lost. I guess Justin Willis is coming up, but I don't know if he's ready for that. Volkov lost. Verdum suspended. I mean, Velasquez lost, and then I don't know if they do that again. And then, as we talk about all the time, fucking Brock Lesnar, that goddamn traitorous Canadian. I don't know. I don't know what to make of the heavyweight division anymore. I think John Jones just needs to move up, and I think it'll settle a lot of things. I think he should fight Thiago Santos at International Fight Week, and after that, he should move up because we need some clarity and we need it soon.
Well, is Daniel Cormier is he going to retire? What's going on with him?
He's not. His birthday's in March, if I remember right, because that was like the big date. But he's not going to retire in March anymore. I don't know what his next fight is, but I know he's not going to retire this month.
The fuck, man? He needs to come back and make a decision and not wait for Brock Lesnar, man. Because who knows when he'll come back? Is he even in the testing pool right now?
He's supposed to be. I don't know. You watch WWE more than me. Does he have anything scheduled? Is he supposed to be at WrestleMania? I figured that's in a few weeks. He'd probably be on there, right?
I think so. I don't even know what's going on with. I can't keep up with their changes, constantly changing shit.
I don't know. I believe I watched WrestleMania last year. Maybe I'll try and catch it again this year. I don't know. It's good to be a fan for one day out of the year. It's good to be a filthy casual. But I followed wrestling for years in my childhood, so I'm not that much of a casual.
Yeah, it's entertaining, man. Especially with what's going on with the Ronda and Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair feud.
Shout outs to Just Blade MMA again for doing that hilarious impression of Becky Lynch as the MAGA victim of Ronda. That shit was hilarious. All I think about when I see Becky Lynch now is of that. So thanks to you guys for that.
That shit's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar is coming back. Yeah, he's going to be there too, of course.
All for WrestleMania?
Yeah, with Seth Rollins. Fucking Batista's coming back.
That's legit? I thought that was just like a one-time thing.
Yeah, Dave Batista and Triple H. Bunch of old dudes going at it.
That's because they killed them off in Avengers. Sorry, people. You're not getting a spoiler alert from me. That shit's like a year old. Catch up to the times. The new one's coming out in a few weeks.
The new one is? Already?
Well, yeah, in April.
Oh,
Captain Marvel just came out yesterday. Captain Marvel just came out yesterday.
Oh, shit. I thought it was going to be May. God damn.
Nah, they're trying to break the April record because they're greedy.
Oh. Did you see the Captain Marvel one yet?
Nah, I don't really care. I like Brie Larson, but nah, not too into it. I only watched the last Avengers, because people were talking about it so much. I didn't really have an intent to go see it because I didn't like the second one too much, and I don't watch Captain America, Iron Man, Black Panther. I didn't watch any of them. I'm not that ingrained to the Marvel universe. The only thing I really like is X-Men and now Deadpool, and Logan died, so that's kind of over. They're bringing a Phoenix movie and it doesn't look good, so I gotta stick with Deadpool.
Yeah, see, I'm over all that. I didn't even watch Civil War. I didn't even watch the Avengers movie until the Infinity Wars, until it hit Netflix, because I have no interest in it. I'm a DC fan. I'm a Batman fan. I've always been a Batman fan since I was a kid. Watching it after school. Oh yeah, man.
See, yeah. I grew up watching the cartoons after school, and that was Spider-Man, X-Men. Those are the two main ones. I can't think of the other ones, but those are my Spider-Man and X-Men are my main cartoons. So I don't know. X-Men was the first big comic book movie I saw in the theater. So I always watch those. And Spider-Man sucks now, so I won't watch that. But
yeah, I was a huge fan of the animated series. So if y'all know that, the Batman animated series.
Oh, is that the one with when he had the gray suit?
The gray suit? Yeah, I guess you can say that.
Or is that the one with Mark Hamill as the Joker?
Yep, I think he did. He did do the voiceovers for it.
Yeah, okay, that might have been a little bit before my time, but yeah, I do know what you're talking about. I didn't watch them, but I do know.
Yeah, I had the keychains and everything. Total
Is
nerd.
it because Batman's a ninja?
Well, he doesn't have real superhero powers. He just
that's what I mean. He's a ninja.
Yeah, he has hella money and he can make cool gadgets. So I thought that was cool. Plus, he has that little dark side to him. So
I still was never the biggest Batman fan because I still maintain if you took away Batman's credit card, he ain't shit.
I know, right? Well, yeah. look at Spider-Man.
He's a kid.
Powers, but he's poor.
Yeah. There's an apartment in fucking New York.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Being poor sucks.
Being poor sucks. Well, if I could climb up walls and shoot webs from my fingers and shit, I think I'd be good.
Poor superhero.
But I wouldn't be chasing after one bitch like fucking Mary Jane who never knows who I am and shit and dating other guys. Fucking Peter Parker, you're a mark-ass little bitch, man.
So funny.
Still not as big of a mark as Superman, but still fucking Peter Parker.
Superman. Whatever, Superman.
How this came into superheroes, I'll never know.
What else can we talk about?
To go a little off topic, I don't know if I tweeted a thing since it was a Women's Day, International Women's Day yesterday. Did you see the thing I posted of that Stamp Fairtex Janet Todd fight? It's finally online. I saw it. Man, that chick's amazing. Stamp Fairtex.
No, I didn't see it. I gotta look at it.
Yeah, I gotta send you a link. But
I love
that chick's amazing, man. It's crazy because honestly, I get frustrated watching the Thais fight sometimes, whether it's in kickboxing or Muay Thai, especially against Americans, because they like to clinch a lot. It's kind of like, yeah, sure, you can box, and yeah, you might be able to kick, but you can't do shit in the clinch, so I'm just gonna, it's kind of like GSP, like wrestling. It's like, yeah, I'll just use my wrestling. That's like my ace in the hole. You're just not gonna be able to do anything about it. But Stamp Fairtex can punch, man. She's got power. She's got good punches, and she's good everywhere. I know how good Janet Todd is. I know she gets all the accolades she deserves. And Fairtex made her look kind of like an amateur, man. It was really, really impressive. I'm like the biggest fan of Stamp now.
Dude, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, you should. It's pretty good. That's the one thing I saw this weekend where I'm like, I know it's a few weeks old, but I like that one does that whole, there's a kickboxing fight, oh, there's a Muay Thai fight, oh, there's a mixed martial arts fight. I wonder if they'll get into boxing soon enough because it's the only thing left, but I don't think boxing is that big in Asia, so who knows.
Oh, what happened with Tiffany Van Zoot?
I believe she's fighting this weekend, this coming weekend. She's fighting for the title again.
I thought they just had it. Yeah.
No, there was a Glory fight earlier today, or I believe yesterday, but I don't think she was in it. The one that she's going to be in is the one that she's going to be in is a big one. Let me see. I'm going to type it in right now.
I thought I saw something where the rivalry is over. Like, they fought again. Because I didn't know it was going on.
No. Yeah, see, Glory...
6 hours
Glory 64.
ago. Anissa.
Yeah, but it's still like a countdown. It's like this isn't recent. This is still upcoming.
Really? Okay. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
It says remains the bantamweight queen and still.
Oh, but she lost her belt. She should be and new. Yeah, see, Glory 64, Glory Strasbourg.
And still at Anissa Mixon remains the bantamweight queen.
Glory Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. 5 hours.
You just had it. Yeah.
What the hell? How did I miss this?
Winner by split decision.
Oh yeah, that was today. God damn it! And just when I said that I'm gonna be paying attention now to Glory since it's on Fight Pass. Yeah, that Anissa Mexon chick is good though. I'm not surprised. I know everyone's on Van Sosa's nuts for some reason, but I've seen better fighters in her, and people need to give Denise Kielholtz, I can never say her name right, Kielholtz, her respect, man. She fought Van Sos way back in the day when they were both neck and neck, and she beat the shit out of her, man. And now she's in Bellator, and she's armbarring some girls. That girl's so smart. She's so pretty and so talented and so violent. I don't know what people are waiting on, man.
I totally missed this one. I didn't even know it was on today.
Bellator also has Valerie Loreda now, and they're going to make all the money with her. They better target that chick right, because if they try to do some fucking Heather Hardy shit with it, dude, just put her on top of everything, and I guarantee you're going to make a shitload of money.
Yeah.
That chick is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah, she's been doing the thing for a long time.
And anybody who's seen her knows what I'm talking about. Goddamn Cubans.
Damn, dude. This was a pretty good card, huh?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go and watch them now. So.
Yep, huh? Now that there's still time.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna call it a show for now. I think this was fun. I think we talked about a variety of subjects. We didn't get into news. We didn't get into tweets. We didn't get into previews or nothing. But I think it was fun for what it was. So I want to thank you guys. Thank everybody for listening. It was a variety of issues of why we couldn't do it on time this week. But I will say I've been kind of having some issues myself. And, just doing this podcast it really helps me out with some stuff, from day-to-day stuff. It's kind of like my own weird form of therapy. I'm just speaking for myself, but I thank each and every one of you guys that listen, man. It means a lot to me to know that I'm not just doing it for myself and just to talk shit with Reen, but this is kind of our outlet. But it's good to know that anybody is interested in this at all. So thanks to any and all of you guys that listen. But that's gonna do it for us this week. So as always, you can find me on Twitter at Juice_MMA. Reen at Fox with You, the podcast at iFox with Juice, and as far as the platforms, you can catch us on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Podcast Republic, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, anything and everything you can think of. Like, retweet, subscribe, share, write a review, anything you can do to help us out. But that does it for this bonus episode. Let us know what you think. We'll be back to the regular scheduled program sometime midweek, so keep your eyes peeled, and we'll catch you guys later.
Peace. Yep. See ya. Stay hot, Cindy.
Yes.